Hello, everybody, and welcome to Getaway Game Sports. I'm Chris. How are y'all doing? I'm doing good. I got a few things I want to talk about today or this evening or whenever you're watching it, all right? So let's talk about the Roy. You guys know Roy, the Rookie of the Year in the American League and the National League. Now, the MLB.com experts put out their picks of their top five for the American League and the National League. I'm going to put it here and here, right there. Okay. Um, and I put it on the TikTok. If you guys follow me on the TikTok, which is get.away.sport Basel. Okay. I'll put it down here. And it stirred up a little bit of controversy, apparently. There's this pitcher from the Royals that's not there. There's so on and so forth. A lot of people are saying the kid from the Yankees should be there. He's got like a 9.8 ERA. No, sorry. But with that being said, I want to give you my top three, just period, case closed. And then we'll go from there. Does that work for everybody? All right. Cool, cool, cool. Now, here's what the MLB.com experts, yes, folks, the experts said. In the American League, they got number five, Roman Anthony of the Red Sox. Then they got number four, Carlos Narvaez. I probably butchered that. Sorry, guys. Spelling's a little different on that one. Then from the Astros, number three, you got Cam Smith. Number two from the A's, Nick Kurtz. And number one, Jacob Wilson. Now, for me, this is a two-player race in the American League right now, barring injury, as we all know. Nick Kurtz is on fire. And when I mean fire, I mean fire. The only thing that's keeping him in the number two slot is he didn't come up till probably May, if I remember correctly. And for Jacob Wilson, he's just freaking ridiculous. He's batting like 325 was the last I saw. I'll pull that up in a minute here and we can figure that out. So stand by. Okay, so I got that. And folks, it looks like Jacob Wilson is batting 315. He's number five in the American League, or number six in the American League. Considering he's batting 315, where the whole National League at one point, I think right at the All-Star break, only had one player batting over 300, and that was Will Smith of the Dodgers. I don't know. It's pretty damn good considering he has the likes of Judge and he's got he's got Jonathan Aranda, Jeremy Pena, and Aaron Judge ahead of him in the American League, and in the whole MLB, he's only got, let's see. Oh, Will Smith is up there. He's batting 325, by the way, folks, just in case you wanted to know right now. So that's what I got. And personally, I think that this is definitely a runaway for Jacob Wilson. That's just straight up my opinion in regards to that. Please, 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 I want to hear all the dirty stuff. So, with that being said, everybody has their opinion in regards to the Roy in the American League. Please, come on out. You know what to do here, folks. Comment, subscribe, especially comment on this. I really want you to. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, as well as share. I want you to share this with all your friends so they can kind of get in on the action and go from there. All right? Thank you guys. Now, Rookie of the Year in the National League, I'm looking at this, and when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know. Okay. I was straight up on the fence, kind of going, what is, gee, see, I'm so perplexed I can't even spit it out. What is the MLB experts thinking? Now, up to this point, I truly haven't really had a chance to see Mizorowski pitch. Okay. I want to get back to him in a minute. But we have in the top five for the National League, we've got Chad Patrick, Hyesung Kim of the Dodgers. Well, Brewers was Patrick. Hyesung Kim was the Dodgers. Augustin Ramirez is with the Marlins. He's actually doing really good this year. The kid's on fire. Then you got Drake Baldwin. I don't know if you guys caught this the other night, but my understanding is for the Braves, he got the single season RBI record. Had 6 against the Giants on, what was it, Monday night in the ATL. And then number 1 is Jacob Mizorowski. Now, the kid's had 3 starts. We still got to see what he does and how he does. And for me, I've got to flip that. Okay, Drake Baldwin has got to be number 1 in my opinion. That's my opinion. I think as of this moment, right here, right now, it's July 23rd, 2025. Yes, that's when I'm taping this, by the way. At, what time is it? 11 a.m. in the morning. This kid is a stud, and I think that he could be the 2025 National League Roy. Do we all got that? Okay, so I want to give you my top 3. Okay, number 3, the gentleman I just talked about, Drake Baldwin. Do we all got that? He is number 3. Number 2 and number 1 are like, to me, that far away, literally micro billionths of a point away. And I've got to say Nick Kurtz is number 2. And the only reason why is because he came up later than Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson's been there the whole season and is playing a great defensive shortstop. Well-deserved all-star in my opinion. Don't know if Mizorowski makes my top 5, to be quite honest, as of the moment. But those are my top 3, just period, rookie of the year. Hopefully everybody stays healthy and, Ramirez, Mizorowski, Patrick can prove me wrong, as well as Anthony Narvaez and Smith can all prove me wrong. All right? I love watching these young players work their ass off all season long. I want to see them all succeed in the end, except for the Dodgers, of course. But you all know that anyway. All right? Being a diehard Giants fan, by the way, I just got an update. Hold on, let me pull this back up. Giants are up 8-0 over the Braves right now in the 7th inning. Gotta love that. All right, so it's time to move on to the AUSL. Okay, that's Athletes Unlimited Softball League. Their championship is coming up, and I'm actually kind of excited about this. You got the Talons versus the Bandits. As you all know, I have said Morgan Circle is my front runner, as well as Skylar Wallace for MVP. But then you've got Montana Fouts, who has just been filthy in the circle. And I'm kind of like going, wow, you got Hannah Flippin, you got Sydney Romero, and they're all having great. Did I say great? Because I meant great seasons right now. I mean, started off a little slow for the Talons, but they've been on a tear. When I mean tear, I mean just shredding through teams. No pun intended there with the Talons. keep an eye on this championship series. To me, this is going to come down to Fouts and Kilfoyle in the end. Kilfoyle's been one of the top pitchers all season long. And if both teams' defenses step up, you probably are going to have one of the best championship series you're ever going to see. That's just my opinion. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Give me your thoughts on that. You know what to do over there. Comment, subscribe, like, share, so on and so forth. All right? I'm going to be following these games closely. When they're playing, I'll be at that place, work. Ugh. But I am going to tape the games or try to tape the games so I can watch them or try and find them somewhere somehow. All right? So ESPN, MLB.com, let's make that accessible. Let's go. Get it done. All right. So I'm sticking with the AUSL theme just so everybody knows that. AUSL is starting their All-Star Trophy Cup or Champions Cup in August. And it's going back to the old format. If you don't know the old format, it's basically one player, four players choose teams. They're the captains. But they get points for every little thing that's done. Pitchers, hitters, defense play, so on and so forth. You got to win innings, so everybody gets points. It's actually a pretty cool little format. Watch it, check it out. That starts August 2nd, if I'm not mistaken, and goes through the 30th. It's actually a pretty fun little format. I like what they do. They truly make it a all-star atmosphere, and the athletes just have too much fun. And that's what this game is about having as much fun as you can. All right? So, again, I'm sticking with the AUSL, all right? And this is going to be my last segment. And, man, I love that the AUSL is expanding. I think the actual softball league. And I think that this is going to be ginormous. They are the biggest growing sport for females right here, right now, the most popular. They're selling out crowds all over the nation. They're doing what's called the barnstorming effect, okay? Well, I had the effect, but that's okay. And they're going to Seattle, to Rosemont, to Tuscaloosa, to pretty much Utah, numerous places. And I think that is great, and I love it. I love it. But me and my divine wisdom kind of got a little crazy and started thinking and, not how to make it better, but maybe make a suggestion. Now, we all know that everybody has an opinion or a suggestion, and we all know that everybody has some other appendage, or I don't know. Anyway, so I got my notes. It's like crap loads of paper, and had my wife help me with notes and so on and so forth because I couldn't think fast enough to write, let me tell you. All right. So here is what I propose. And yes, I'm going to be reading this off of my notes. Okay? You go 4 teams per time zone. Okay? That's the continental 48. And you could throw in Hawaii and Alaska in there, but I think that the logistics of that might be a little bit difficult. Do we all got that? Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So you put a team in the Pacific Standard Time, call it the Pacific Division, SAC, LA, Seattle, and Las Vegas. All right. Then in the Mountain, you put one in Phoenix, Salt Lake City, Denver, and Boise. Yeah, Boise, folks. Idaho's got some good softball. Same with Utah right there. Boom. Then the Central, obviously Chicago, which is Rosemont, Austin, Texas, Norman, Oklahoma, and Baton Rouge. All right? You guys get where I'm going with this. Oh, Nelly, here we go. Now in the East is going to be interesting just due to the fact that I wasn't sure if we would go with the big cities or the small cities. So I picked three big cities and one small city. So here we go: Boston, New York, the ATL, and Tallahassee. So those are my 16 teams. Do we all got that? All right, good. Obviously, you do the barnstorming theory in your season, and I'm using next year, 2026, just because calendar wise, the season would go from June 15th to around August 31st. All right? Okay, good. Playoff start would be August 15th. Okay. So, um, the Pacific would travel Oregon, Washington, California, and maybe Hawaii. The mountain, Arizona, Utah, Montana, Idaho, Colorado, New Mexico, Wyoming. Central's crazy. Let's just say that. North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Nebraska, Mizzou, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama. Now, that would be just absolutely absurdly crazy, but you'd have to break those down into years, I think. Okay. And then you would have the East. Now, this would be psychotic, all right? Which is actually kind of fun. Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, PA, which is Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, obviously. Okay? You would have 12 series, all right? 36 games in total because they'd all be 3-game series. The way that the playoffs would start would be pool play for each division. Okay, that would be, they'd all play 3 games in a day and a half or 2 days. Okay, then double elimination. So this is actually, the tournament is considered probably be about 4 or 5 day tournament. Okay, I mean, and the typical obvious would be 1 verse 4, 2 verse 3, blah, 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 so on and so forth. The championship series is actually going to be kind of interesting, and here's why. In each division, you have 3-game series for the championship. Since it's double elimination, that team could play a crap ton of games. It's going to be difficult, yeah, but there's going to be a lot of games. The biggest obstacle that I am finding is the logistics. Okay? I'm going to get into the championship series after the divisions in a minute. And when I say logistics, I mean getting athletes from and to all these places, because that's a lot of travel. Don't get me wrong. As well as hotel stays. You got meal money. You've got salaries. Who are your sponsors that you're bringing with you to every single game? On the uniforms or in the stands, so on and so forth. Now, we're talking about the barnstorming theory, okay? And I wrote down kind of a little mini schedule, and it would be 12 series, okay? And each team would play basically 3 series against everybody in their division, which would be 9 series total. Okay. And then they would play 3 series against one of the other divisions. All right. Now, to start off with, I would say like Pacific would play Mountain, Central would play East, and go from there. All right, that's how you would start it off. That'd give you your 3 series, because that'd be logistically probably better and easier just to get people to, fro, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, now this is where the barnstorming comes in. Do we all get this? Okay. When they do that, they're going to go travel all over. the country. Okay, so if the Mountains play in the West, then they go play in the West, or they go play in the Central, but in different cities. So let's say they go to Portland, they go to San Francisco, they go to Honolulu. I'm just throwing these out there. Do we all understand this? You would get 2 series at home, 2 series away, so on and so forth. And that's kind of how the season would go. Now, again, logistics. They would have to go the format of the MLB in regards to this, and the MLB obviously would help out, I would assume, because the NBA is really helping out the WNBA. But I think that the hardest part as well is when they barnstorm getting stadiums. They're going to have to hit colleges, minor league fields, MLB fields. But I think the best might be just go to the MLB fields or to the colleges, just because of the seating alone and the way they've been selling out. I mean, they had 6,600 people the other night in Baton Rouge, which is freaking phenomenal, and another 7,000 or something in Utah. Not Baton Rouge, I'm sorry, Tallahassee. So, as you can see, this can be done and this can be taken care of. Now, yes, am I being long-winded? Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes, I am. So, let's go to the championships. All right? This is for your AUSL Championship Cup / World Series / whatever they choose to call it, because I'm not sure what they are going to call it. But all 8 teams go. Okay? You have double elimination tournament. All right? And then the final championship series is a 5-game series. All right? They play 2 double headers, obviously if game 3 and 4 are needed. The 4th game is on the 3rd day. Or the 5th game is on the 3rd day. So double header, and then the 5th game. So double elim, 8 teams, boom, let's go. Let me know your thoughts. Tell me what you think. Like always, folks, I'm going to end it there. We're probably at about the 20-something minute mark, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you all for listening. You know what to do over there, or down there, or around there. Always want to thank Liquid Nitro Energy Drink for being our sponsor. Boom. As well as Para Travelers. Boom. Thank you for enjoying us. Please share us. Let your friends know. AUSL, you guys are getting a big following. Hey, you can follow me if you want. I won't argue. Definitely. MLB.com. You can follow me as well. Ask me any questions. Would love to get your opportunity to talk on the show about some of these NLAL Rookie of the Year thoughts. All right, everybody. You guys have a good one, and take it easy, and have a great day and a better tomorrow.